is up, crew? How you guys doing? How you liking the daily videos? I've been working on these things a lot, like non-stop. I bought this sweatshirt last night. It says no sleep, and it says it on the sides. I really like it because it's how I feel right now. I've been getting like no sleep. Last night I went out to Victoria Peak. I bought a intervalometer which allows me to do time lapses. I was doing time lapses like the whole night until 1 a.m. And I've just been like trying to shoot as much new content as I can for you guys and creating these daily videos, and I felt this sweatshirt really represented what I was trying to convey. So I'm here today in Hong Kong, but I'm actually leaving for Japan later tonight. I have a flight. It's from like 8:30 till 1 a.m. so I get into Japan at like 1 a.m. and so this is gonna be a big long day. But I'm in this place right now called Kowloon City Walled Park, and the reason I bring up this whole thing is because back when I was in Japan, back in April and May, with the whole crew, we went to this little, I don't know what to call it, it's like a game arcade place, and you'll probably remember based on these pictures that I'm showing right now, it was probably one of the coolest places I've ever seen, and it was an arcade. And it was based off of the place that I'm standing at right now. Now it might not look like it because we're in a park, but hold on, let me explain. Okay, so I have some notes here because it's a lot to remember. So Kowloon Walled City was a large, densely populated city, kind of like Hong Kong is right now. There's a lot of people in such a small amount of area. And so it was originally a Chinese military fort, and then eventually it became owned, kind of leased out by the Chinese to the British. So the British were here in the early 1900s for a while. Then after World War II, when the Japanese came over, it grew exponentially. It became kind of known as this lawless city. So everyone wanted to come here because, you know, you could kind of do whatever and get away with whatever. So population grew even more. And it was owned by these local triads, which are like big crime organizations. So there was a lot of prostitution, a lot of gambling and drug dealing. And it was just kind of this big, dirty city. Kind of like you might see like in a, not cyber, but like steampunk, kind of a weird, dirty, rustic city. And that's what it was. And based on those pictures that you saw from Japan, that's what it used to look like. Now when I was in Japan, I didn't know that this wasn't a real place anymore. I thought that it was actually still up, because I'd seen pictures that kind of look like it online. Now it was actually destroyed, it was demolished in 1994. Because China was basically like, yeah, this place is too dirty and too unsanitary. So they demolished the whole place, they moved out all the residents, and like a month later after they demolished it, it turned into this park which we're at right now. Now there's some parts of this park that still have like the entrances to the walled city, because I thought it was like really cool looking. It looked like a movie almost. I mean, look at this picture of the walled city from back in 1989. I thought it was really cool, and I really wanted to go visit here. Now, I'm gonna show you around this park because there's some cool spots, but we're actually gonna go to this other place which is on the other side of Hong Kong that I have to go to today. And it's what I kind of pictured. It's not actually the walled city, but it's these apartment buildings, and you look up and it's kind of an iconic shot, so you'll see. Now, I kind of feel dumb for buying this because it's like 75, 80 degrees here in Hong Kong, but hopefully I'll wear it some other time. It's just really hot here. I really like how this park is set up because it's kind of in the middle of the city. It's almost like a central park. Everywhere you look around, you'll see these skyscrapers. So, you know, you're in this big, busy city and you can kind of get away to this quiet little park. You can see in the distance all the buildings out there. And there's this little temple right here with all these kids doing classwork. Try not to be creepy filming these kids, but it's just kind of cool. It's picturesque, seeing all these kids outside at this temple, and I don't know, it kind of looks like a movie to me. What I think is really cool about this park is that they have some old pieces of the walled city. Like, look at this. This is an actual cannon from the walled city. It says this cannon was cast in the in the 7th year of the Ji King reign, which is 1802, and it weighs 5,000 caddies.
This?
Hold on. Can you say that for my camera? So okay. So
hey,
wait,
you can tag me. I'm
first
not
of all,
nomad.
First of all, what is your name?
I have a travel vlog too.
Do you?
Yeah, but not. I don't really keep it up.
What's your name?
Cherry.
Cherry. So you came to this place because?
I want to show my friend how my dad had his shop in this walled city back in the 80s.
You grew up here?
I grew up here.
That is amazing. So was this the shop right here?
Probably.
Roughly one of the shops. What kind of shop was it?
It's a Chinese barbecue.
Wow.
Now, and his storefront was over there. Now we moved into somewhere in the other part of the city.
That's amazing. Because I came here just because I've seen pictures of this place and I never knew anything about it. But how was it growing up here? I mean, do you remember much? How old were you when?
I was like 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we moved away from here when I was 3.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just so interesting to me, this place.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So this right here, it shows it looks like a map of the city, which Cherry was just showing me. She used to live here. She wasn't very old though, she was like 3, so she doesn't remember much, but this is what it used to look like. You can see, you know, maybe down here is a clothing shop, and maybe over here is a butcher, and maybe something else over here. So it's pretty crazy that all this was packed into here. It's kind of like how Hong Kong is now. And this is a mini version of the city. You can kind of see how compact and tight it might be. I mean, imagine 50,000 people living in this. I mean, this is not like New York City. It's a small, condensed city. Would have been really cool if I was alive during this time to film this. That would have been cool. And this is just how Hong Kong is now. You know, they have these very tight living spaces, and outside is where they hang all their clothes, and they hang a lot of stuff on the outside of their houses. And it's just kind of, they use every bit of space they can. On the roofs they have places, looks like there's a bird cage on this roof, which makes sense. There's a garden on this one up here. I mean, any little bit of space counts. Okay, so right behind me in this huge little ditch is what is left of the south gate of Kowloon City. This right here is, so this right here, this plaque actually says Kowloon Walled City. That was the stone plaque. And this one right here says South Gate. So this was the South Gate entrance, and this is one of the only entrances that is left here. And this is kind of the only structure that you can see from the original Kowloon Walled City. This is so cool. So I'm now in Quarry Bay. I've looked up the address of this place, and I've found that it should be here. This is like an iconic shot that I've been trying to find for a very long time. One of the like few pictures that I really wanted here. No way. This is it. Look at that. This is one of the iconic pictures that I've been looking for here in Hong Kong. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 90% sure they filmed one of the Transformers here. One of the Transformers was filmed here, and I'm pretty sure there's like, when I was looking this up, I'm pretty sure some variation of Call of Duty was here too. Like one of the game maps was here. So this is like an iconic street. Sorry, I'm out of breath. But this is amazing. This is what I first thought Kowloon City was gonna look like on the inside. So I thought this was Kowloon City. Turns out this is just kind of a market over on the Hong Kong island side. And man, the houses are packed. This is the typical Hong Kong style, you see? The clothes hanging out of the windows. They have a ton of stuff outside. So this place is pretty much just famous for people taking pictures, looking up, just like this. It's pretty cool. So I've now made it to the airport. It is pretty late, and I gotta start editing, of course. This flight leaves in about an hour. It's 3 hours long. I get to Japan at 1 a.m. Then I take like a couple hours train ride to somehow hopefully find a hotel. This is the key part. I have not found a hotel yet for today. I have a friend in Japan. He's trying to get me a hotel because when I get in, it's gonna be about 2, 3 a.m. when I actually get to like the actual town. So most places in Japan especially do not let you check in that early or late. So it's gonna be an interesting night. All right, late night flight, let's do this. Probably as good a chance to vlog as any because I have a lot of free time right now. I came outside here to the bus station here in Japan at 2:05 a.m. The next bus comes at 3 a.m. There's literally no one here. Everyone got on the last bus apparently. So it's just me waiting for the 3 a.m. bus into Osaka by myself. I could take a taxi, but apparently it's like an hour ride in and it would cost like maybe a couple $100s. So here I am, vlogging my life away in Osaka, Japan. So remember the last time I updated you guys? Well, that was like 2:05 or somewhere around there. It is now almost 6 a.m. in the morning. Have not gone to sleep yet. Been up for almost 24 hours. I actually came here, met my friend Lem, and he showed me how to get into this place, which is this little hostel thing I'm staying in tonight. Went out, bought myself a pillow, bought myself, bought myself a sleeping bag, and I'm good for a couple nights. This is like a super cheap living area that I'm in right now because I wanted to make up for how expensive Hong Kong was. But yeah, we're good. This place is awesome. So I'm gonna do more of a review of where I'm at tomorrow. I'm super tired and just exhausted for the travel day. That's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow for a video here in Osaka, Japan.
Outside, moving like an angel, pretend suspend, read me like a fable. I know, bad blood bleeding, but I'd lie if I tried to play like I was sorry. Outside, moving like an angel, pretend, read me like a fable.